Time to welcome in now Associate Head Coach Jamie Carey. Coach, congratulations, by the way. You were promoted to that position in the offseason. What kind of a difference has it been for your role in that new Associate Head Coach position?
Well, I was very humbled when Coach Aston asked me if I would take on that role, and I certainly don't take it lightly. I'm appreciative of the role, and I'm just working hard every day to hopefully fulfill and make her life easier and help our kids along every day.
I know primarily you've been in charge of the guard play, kind of molding the guards, helping them improve. What has that been like this year for you?
It's been a lot of fun. We've ridden a roller coaster a little bit, just with some inexperience and some youth, and obviously losing Ariel and Brooke that played significant minutes for us. But it's been fun to watch Shug blossom. You know, her assist to turnover ratio and her scoring in the paint and her guiding our offense has really been a big key for us this year. So it's just been fun to watch all of them blossom and bloom. You know, Joe's kind of come on a little bit here recently, so it's been very gratifying for me.
How would you describe your coaching style?
Oh, man.
Are you a screamer, a yeller? We saw some clips a moment ago. Intense?
I would say intense, yes. Okay. I think if you asked our kids, they'd probably say intense, and I'm very passionate about coaching. I'm passionate about the game of basketball, certainly passionate about Austin, and I take it very personally when our guards play well, and I take it very personally when they don't. So I just want to do everything that I can so that they're successful at the end of the day.
Do a lot of the players know your backstory, everything you went through at Stanford originally, had to retire because of injuries. A few years later, you came back, resumed your playing career at Texas. Do they know how tough of a player you were?
I think some of them have an idea. To be honest, I haven't shared a ton of that with them. I've shared it with some of the players that have had a lot of injuries, like Joyner and Sedona, and some of those that are trying to come back, LaShawn right now. You know, so probably should share it a little bit more, but right now it's about their journey. It's less about mine. And I think for every player, they need something different right now. And some of them need that and some of them don't. So I kind of share sparingly.
Is that one of the toughest parts of being in your profession, kind of having to handle each player in a different way? You can't just say it's this way or the highway?
I think it's one of the toughest things and one of the most enjoyable things. When you finally find that button that you're trying to push, it's a really neat moment. But yes, I'm getting a lot of gray hair at times and at other times celebrating. So it's a million-dollar question if anyone could truly figure it out. Right. I think you should write a book.
When you talk about, you mentioned her before as we see highlights of Shug Sutton. This is her first year, obviously, in that starting point guard role. Came out of high school, highly touted, highly recruited. What kind of an impact do you think she's having this year?
She's having a huge impact for us. I think she's finding her voice a little bit. She's still learning, there's no question. There's ups and downs with all of our guard play. But I've just been really proud of how she's handled the transition to being the primary ball handler and having to think the game a little bit. You know, I've also been really proud of Destiny Littleton. I feel like she's really come a long way with where she was a year ago. So we just all have to appreciate the good moments and keep our heads down and keep grinding.
When you talk about a player like Shug, what do you think the biggest things are that she needs to improve on down the stretch?
I think the biggest thing for Shug is understanding game management. I think that's one of the hardest things with a point guard is understanding when to push tempo, and if we've gone 4 possessions without a score, that you need to slow it down and go to a go-to play. So I think thinking in the middle of the game is an adjustment for her a little bit, and one that she'll certainly grow on.
Seems like a very coachable player.
Oh, unbelievably so. Absolutely.